Hi y'all, it's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces High Priestess, aka Diamonds. Y'all look, I did this whole video, y'all. We was on the last card, honey, and my device like totally went off, okay? Like, yeah. So, of course, it did not save. And so I'm having to do this video all over again. Luckily, this is just one of my Diamonds random pop-up readings, so it's not going to be that long, but it was still like the principle of the whole thing. I had done the entire video, okay? Anyway, guys, so we're gonna just clear out any negative energy up in here, honey, because ain't nobody mad but the devil, okay? I do hope each and every one of you are doing well and feeling well this morning. If you will, please like, share, and subscribe sometime throughout the video if you like it. Okay, that would be greatly appreciated. These messages are going to be general. This is going to be for the collective. These messages can apply to your past, present, or future. So please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. And without any further ado, we are going to get right into these messages, okay? So first of all, the first card that we have here is, oh, y'all, I hate repeating myself, but it's okay. The first message we have here is number 15. This is karmic debt, okay? Hopefully you all can see this card good. There's like beautiful illustrations on this card. So basically with karmic debt, this talks about being given several different chances in life to do things over. A lot of times, you know, people have their ups and their downs. They make their mistakes in life, and everybody's looking for that second chance in life. But basically, the energy that comes along with this card tells you, well, it really asks you the question to start off with. Do you believe in second chances? Well, the universe does. Not just in second chances, but third and fourth chances as well. And as many chances are needed for you to feel loved and fulfilled. The trick is that second chances are not always what you would expect. More often, a second chance comes in the form of finding yourself in a repeating pattern, realizing you have the opportunity to make a better choice this time around. Karma gets a bad reputation. On the surface, it seems like a punishment or a balancing of the scales when debts incurred by past mistakes must be repaid. But karma is much deeper than that. It isn't random, but the direct result of self destructive patterns that brings harm to yourself and sometimes others. When this card comes up, okay, in a reading, it is an opportunity to change these patterns and greet your mistakes with compassion and a desire to choose empowerment over victimhood and responsibility over blame. Okay, so like I said, the karmic debt card. This talks about spirit, the universe, most high, giving us several chances, to strive for better in our lives. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody falls down. Everybody, every once in a while, at some point in time, have to pick up the pieces and start all over again. But you're supposed to learn from your mistakes. At some point in time, you're supposed to look yourself in the mirror, make that change within yourself, and strive to be a better version of yourself. and to strive to do better, to feel better, and everything in life. And a lot of times people do not do that, okay? And so with the karmic debt card, it's not about whether or not you can get another chance to do something over again, or to revamp your life. It's about, actually, you actually have this multiple of change of chances, excuse me, um, to redo something, if you will, or whatever, until you can get it right, okay? But you don't want to have to keep going through living out the same life cycles. So it's very important for you to learn from your mistakes, and for you to get on it right away, to make a change within your life right away, okay? So that's basically what this message talks about. I feel like that there is several people in their life right now. They may have fallen down. They're trying to pick themselves back up. They're trying to dust themselves off, pick up the pieces. You may have had a failed relationship, a failed job, um, uh, a failing situation within a family matter, or a love relationship or something. And regardless to what's going on, what others' mind frames are on, because you at the end of the day, you have to live for you. Would want, you would think that everybody in the world would take this approach to life, and we all be on this level to strive to be better people. But we can't force other people to do essentially what is right. Other people are just going to live their life and do what they're going to do. But what you can do is change you and fix you and make a difference in your life, and heal from situations, and take the chances as those chances are given to you, and not take those chances for granted, and strive to do better and to feel better in life to the best of your ability. And there, at this point in time in life, there are definitely many different people who are being faced with certain hardships, from um, situations in life, that things are going on. Not everything will be your mistake or your fault. A lot of times in life, sometimes in life, actually, things, hardships and things that you endure are caused by other people who are putting that pressure, that pain, or whatever, that torture, that torment, that hate, that betrayal, that deceit, that whatever on you. But you still have to use whatever opportunity, whatever chance that you have, to strive forward in a better way than the individuals around you, okay? So the next message we have here is number 20, which is prayer, okay? We've all heard before that prayer changes things, okay? When prayers go up, blessings come down. And I understand that there are many different people in the world, okay, who have many different belief systems, okay? Prayer is good. There's a lot of people who need prayer, regardless to what it is that you believe in. Prayer should be going out for the homeless, for the hungry, for the needy, for the sick and the shut in, for our children, for our babies, okay? Prayer should be going out, for the world. Affairs, worldly things that are, going on every single day, the wickedness in this world, the evil within this world. Prayers should be going out for individuals who are missing, who have been slain. Prayers should be ongoing all the time. So you want to exercise this. And more often than not, a lot of people may, pray when something is going on, when they're having a difficult problem or situation, okay? But you do not have to face your challenges alone. You have felt lost, lacking, or in need of support. It may be that you have lost your connection with the grounding energy of the earth. It's tempting to always appeal to cosmic forces, sending prayers out into the universe to ancestors and spirit guides. But the earth is always here to guide you along your path as well. Earth Mother is holding you in her arms with each step if you only allow yourself to relax into her warmth and well being. Her energy will help you build stronger foundations and show you the path of dedication, practicality, and long term growth. Okay? So you definitely want to pray. Even when you're not going through something, even when, everything seemingly is okay, even, I mean, prayers don't have to be long and outdrawn. It can just be a quick prayer to say, thank you for waking me up today. Thank you for the roof over my head. Thank you for food to eat. Thank you for protecting my daughter and I, or my children and I, or my family and I. You could be praying for the strength and the energy that you need to get you through each and every day. It doesn't really much matter what you are praying about. Is the fact that you are mindful to remember to pray. Okay. And this card also tells you that Mother Earth is always here for you, but she needs to know that you welcome her guidance. Prayer is one of the simplest ways to invite her into your spirit. It serves as a line of communication, carrying your hopes, dreams, gratitude, and calls for support. Okay, offer your prayers to the earth in the same way you would update a dear friend or a loved one. Speaking to Earth Mother is the sacred way establishes a connection that allows her to send you even more healing, abundance, nourishment, and guidance. Soon you will begin to hear her answers in the whispers of the wind, the lapsing of waves, and the sweet songs of birds at your window. Okay? So you guys remember to pray. Pray for others, pray for yourself. It is always good to pray, okay? When prayers go up, blessings come down, okay? And this also lets you know that, a lot of time people pray to the heavens, pray to the gods, pray to your ancestors, pray to your spirit guides. Pray to many different entities or deities, but not many people pray to Mother Earth, okay? And we are here on Earth, and Mother Earth is right here with us, and we are surrounded by Mother Earth every day. So a lot of people tend not to pray to the Mother Earth, okay? And you should definitely do so. Okay, so the next message that we have here is Warrior Woman. I really love this card, guys. I just like totally embody the energy of this card. It's very beautiful. This is the first time this card has actually come out. This is called Warrior Woman, okay? And, this is not your average woman, okay? This is not some sedity, stuck up woman who, was born with a silver spoon in her mouth, silver platter, sitting before her, surrounded by bars of gold or anything. This isn't a woman who was privileged and, and all the finer things in life, okay? This is a woman who has had to work hard. She's had to get it out the mud, okay? And many times, oftentimes, she has been on her own. This woman has been used, abused, lied on, mistreated, had her name dragged through the mud, been left out, bullied, picked on, talked about, mistreated. Just this warrior woman, she is a warrior because she has endured so much, yet she still stands here today. And I just really embody this energy, okay? Because more often than not, your enemies sit behind the scenes and they're just like, some of them, they keep on the attack, on you or whatever. And every once in a while, your enemies will sit back and they say, well, damn, why is it that no matter what we do to her, she's still standing, she's still going, she's still surviving? We thought she would be dead by now. We thought she would give up by now. We thought she would have killed herself by now. We thought, whatever. by now or whatever, and so they're just like, it don't matter, we done drug her name through the mud, we done sent people in our life to abuse her domestically, we, we we left her, we neglected her, we abused her, we talked about her, we put her down, we lied to her, and all types of things. We disrespected her. We didn't never care about her. We wasn't her friend. All kinds of things that this warrior woman has endured. Okay, and you all could probably identify with a lot of those things as well. I know I can. Okay, but the warrior woman was not born into greatness. She worked hard, she practiced, and she constantly refined her skills, okay, to become the strong, celebrated fighter she is now. And she has the scars to prove it. I don't know about y'all, but I have the scars to prove it, okay? I have the battle wounds and the battle scars to prove it, okay? Everybody, more often than not, when that's their most people's go-to, you understand, when they don't like whom you are, the only thing that they can think to do is to hurt you physically, okay? So I have not only the battle scars and wounds still upon my body, I still have the medical documentation and the paperwork too. I don't know about you, but I do, okay? Because I am that warrior woman. And more often than not, people, this is when people will become jealous and envious of you, okay? When they they not only hate you, they're jealous and they're envious of you, because by now, you being this warrior woman, your skills are now refined, okay? And the reason why your skills are refined, because you have worked hard, because you have practiced, and you have constantly refined your skills, okay? So they can't quite understand why you still standing, why you still making it, why you still surviving, why they wasn't able to break your faith, why they wasn't able to tear you down, how come you haven't given up yet, or whatever. But that is what exactly makes you the warrior in which you are. And you can be a warrior woman, or you can be a warrior man, because there's a lot of men who endure in this world as well. And there's men and women who probably watch these videos, so I want to speak to everyone. Okay, this card says warrior woman, but we could be talking to a warrior man as well. Okay, so now, as this warrior woman, okay, you have constantly worked hard, practiced, and refined your skills to become strong. You are a celebrated fighter now, and she has the scars to prove it. On the battlefield, warriors fight until the end because they fight for what they believe in, their hearts burning bright with conviction. However, hatred and anger burn hot too, and it's easy to mistake them for passion, but they are not sustainable fuel, either burning out fast or consuming the fighters entirely. Okay? So your warrior woman spirit is not the same as the individuals who fight you with hatred and angers in their hearts and in their minds for you. See, their hatred and their anger burns hot too, just like the passion within inside of you. However, these individuals have no passion, okay, because they are working in hatred, they are working in anger, and more often than not, what they're working in is not sustainable fuel. So more often than not, they burn out fast and they consume all of their energy, okay, or it totally consumes, the fighter altogether, okay. These are your opponents. These are the people who are attacking, who are working against you, but you are still, yet and still, this warrior woman. The pure light of your heart is an internal flame when fueled by truth and justice. As long as your goal resides in the heart, you too are on the path to glory. You too are a warrior woman. Okay? And really and truly, if you all are feeling discouraged or doubtful, know that you already have all the courage, motivation, willpower, and creativity you need but you must practice owning your power and fighting for your passions. Don't give up on your dreams just yet. You are being guided to dig in deeper and channel your focus, energy, and resources into fighting for your dreams. You will win in the end, but do not expect overnight success. Reaching your goal will take time and dedication, but the rewards will be well worth the effort. And that is the very reason why I continue to strive forward, okay? That is the very reason, even though I am a target, and these satanic powers that they are blocking my subscribers, they are blocking the likes, they're purposely preventing my videos from going viral. And everything, I keep doing these videos, okay? Because somebody is going to see these videos. I don't care about like, shares, and subscribe. I ask you all to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the video. I'm not like these other readers who literally badger you the whole time. Like the video, like the video, like the video. There's 100 people in the chat. Like the video right now. The only reason why they do that is because they sell out, they YouTube sellouts, and they get paid by YouTube, and the more likes they get, the algorithms go up, and the more that they get paid, okay? And so that's the reason why they do that. And also, the more views they have and the more likes they have, it makes their videos go viral. They won't even give you time to watch the video to see if you like it and allow a person to like the video after they have watched it. They literally expect you to push like from the moment you click on the video. And and then they say things like, if you're not supporting them, then you're not important, and you weird if you just sitting in here watching. But they forget that they're on a free platform, okay? You're uploading videos on a free platform that anybody can watch at any time if they want to, and that does not mean that, a person has to like your videos, and, or anything like that or whatever. But anyway, I just kind of went off on a tangent. I just wanted to say that, guys. But, yes. So this is the reason why I keep striving forward, okay? Even though I know every time I get a new deck, or, I do a new thing or whatever, I see the copycats, their handlers relate to them what I'm saying, what I'm doing, and they'll literally have these people to go out and get the same deck, and next thing I know, I see somebody's video and they're reading with the same cards, and nobody had these cards, nobody was working with these cards, and things like that. Or, when you are a target, because of the fact that they're using black magic, combination of black magic and voodoo, as well as the government's illegal use of technology like remote viewing and remote neuromonitoring. I know I'm being listened to and watched at all times. So even if I'm writing one of my poems, or I'm writing something or doing something in the privacy of my own home that I haven't even uploaded yet, they're literally watching every tactic, every skill I have, and, going to the sellouts that they already have, in their pockets, and working for them to do what I'm doing. And they're literally taking my work and making money off of it, but preventing me from getting any donations, preventing me from getting any support, any likes. I mean, even subscribers. They're like totally trying to block me. But I don't worry about it, honey. I don't worry about it, because I'm not on here for like, shares, and subscribes and things like that. I'm on here for the message, because my life purpose is to actually help and heal others. It's not about going viral. It's not about getting some check from YouTube or getting some YouTube plaque. It's not about being rich or famous or none of that other crap. You got a lot of people online who are just opportunists, and they literally bust people's heads wide open for the simplest readings. And It's outrageous. You know, the simplest products and the simplest readings, and they like charge people outrageous prices, and then they badger you the whole time. Donate right now. Y'all better send me some donations. I better see them likes up. You know, and all this other kind of stuff. And this is how people do, and people forget, you know, if you have a, I just feel like if you have a talent, a skill, or ability, or some type of gift that you have been blessed with, you are supposed to use this not for clout, not for fame. I mean, if you get that from you being good at doing something, then so be it. But my main thing is, am I helping you? That I say something that can heal you. You know, is it something I can say or something that I can do that can help you in some way, shape, form, or fashion? Because that's why I'm here, you know. But nevertheless, guys, so the next message we have here is Spirit of the South, okay? And Spirit of the South, if you see the same, the colors kind of coincide with the warrior woman's colors, okay? The Spirit of the South is connected to the element of fire, and it initiates you to the energy of expansion, radiance, action, um, and rapid change in your life, okay? When this type comes in your life, it brings about a need to head toward your soul's purpose without further delay or distraction. We all have a purpose to fulfill. The universe gives us a little nudges and messages, letting us know which direction to take. Being aware of these messages and acting accordingly allow you to channel the spirit of the South in a healthy, productive way. The universe always gives you plenty of time to change directions when you fall off course. If you ignore these warnings, the universe must step in and burn through that which leads you astray. You have received this as a final warning that some changes must occur in your life. Continue to ignore these warnings, and fire will manifest in your life as chaos and destruction until you come back to your purpose. Um, until you come back to your purpose. Embrace your gifts of the South, and you will find the motivation and fiery passion to burn straight through your obstacles. Okay? So, this energy here, this is all about basically being initiated with this passion, with energy, with expansion. It gives you radiance. It gives you the motivation, the determination to take action. It talks about rapid change in your life. Okay, this is another message that also talks about fulfilling your life purpose and your destiny, okay, and how to move forward, okay, because this energy definitely helps you to fulfill your purpose in life, your soul purpose, your divine purpose, your destiny, your life purpose, okay? And so you have to be open and receptive to receiving the messages that are coming from Spirit, directing you in the way in which you need to go, okay? Do not ignore these messages, okay? Because more often than not, that's when we see different kinds of shakeups in our life as a result to us not fulfilling our life purpose. And that's the real reason that we are here on this earth. You know, a lot of people assume that they're living their best life because they have money, because they're with a fine woman or with a handsome man, because they're driving the best vehicles or living in the best home or the best neighborhoods, or because you have a job with some benefits, or because you can vacation and you can go to the clubs and the bars when you want to, or the movie theaters and the restaurants and the pool halls when you want to, and you can, you know, people assume that all of those things is living life. All of those things really has nothing at all to do with life. In this Western society, those things is what was told to us that was a part of life, that was living, okay? But that's not your soul's purpose. That's not your life's purpose. That's not your destiny. Your destiny is not surrounded by how much materialism you can collect, how much money you can obtain, how many cars you can have, how much jewelry you can have, how many designer shoes and clothes and different things that you can hoarder. That's not what life is about, okay? And so the spirit of the South basically gives you the motivation and the determination that you need to move forward into your life purpose, by fulfilling your goals, okay, and reaching your destiny. The next message we have here is number 18, which is offerings, okay? And more often than not, everybody, excuse me, guys, they're messing with my throat chakra. They do not want me to speak for some reason. Like everybody else can speak, but when Tiffany speaks, they're hating. Nevertheless, we know about offerings all too well, guys, okay? Offerings come in many different ways, okay? But a lot of time when speaking of offerings, everybody love to receive, okay? And not many people give, okay? But I feel there should be a balance. You should give. I feel like you actually, it can be a little bit unbalanced because I think you should give more than what you actually receive, because there's always somebody that you may see or come into contact with, who has less than you. You understand what I'm saying? Thus, and this is not about giving all that you got, but you still can give something. This is feeding someone when you see that they are hungry. This is assisting someone to help them find shelter if you see that they're homeless. This is helping a person find a job if you see that they are struggling. You know, maybe the only thing that's keeping them from getting a job is because of the fact that they don't have any money, and maybe they don't have an identification card, which they need to get the job. Maybe helping somebody out with an identification card. Maybe if somebody is falling down on their luck and they need a place to stay for a while, if you are able to do such a thing, blessing someone in that way. There's many different ways that you can help and you can heal people and you can offer certain type of offerings, okay? But when it comes to this energy, Mother Earth is a giving mother. She gives everything to her children, providing food for us to eat, air to breathe, and water to drink. We depend on her resources and her resilience to sustain us. Now ask yourself, how much have you given in return? It's easy to get caught up in what you don't have or what you need more of, but never forget the abundance that has already been given to you. Offerings give freely and without debt or expectation are a way of showing our thanks and respect for the earth. The offerings card guides you to be mindful of how much you give compared to how much you receive and reminds you to show your gratitude. Working toward balancing the scales of give and take, not just with Mother Earth, excuse me, but in all your relationships, is a sacred way to bring more harmony into your life. If you have been a taker in the past, try to find ways to be generous in whatever way you can. Call a friend who usually calls you. Help your partner around the house. Or stop to water a flower on a morning hike. If you have been giving all your energy away, try to allow your heart to open a little more. Readily accept compliments, support, and offers of help. Okay? So there has to be this balance of give and take, okay? And a lot of people, like I said, is all too eager to take, when others are giving unto them, and people are kind of, they fall by the wayside when it comes to giving to someone else. I have always been a very giving type of person, and I do it not expecting anything in return, because I just know I'm going to be blessed anyway. I don't necessarily know how, don't necessarily know when. It's not something I necessarily worry about, but you know I know that my spirit guides, my ancestors, the Most High, will take care of me. So I give freely and willingly. If I have extra, if I have it to give, I give. This is the reason why every holiday season, and really throughout the year, but during the holidays, I actually cook really, really big meals. And, I pack up, full course meals, desserts, and everything. And I go and drive around and I take it to the homeless. And even at Christmas time, I put together little gift bags for them, whether they need socks, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, t-shirts, hats, gloves, just whatever little simple, what seems simple and cheap and insignificant nothings, is a lot to somebody who does not have it at all. Okay. A lot of people take the simplest things for granted. You probably have 50 to 100 pair of socks right now. There's somebody outside who doesn't have on a pair of socks. Okay? Who would appreciate a warm pair of socks when it's getting cold outside. There's somebody who has an extra coat or an extra jacket that you're not wearing, and there's somebody outside right now who has no coat, no jacket, or anything at all. So it doesn't hurt to give, okay? And yeah, it doesn't hurt to give at all, and in any way that you can. And just to show you all something real quick, we have something here. Let me cover this up because I put my stuff on here. We have a place here called the Little Rock Compassion Center. Now, this is a place that it provides food and shelter for the homeless. It also have like a thrift store type of place. And this is something that we got in the mail this year. And like I said, Thanksgiving and Christmas, I cook really big and I take out plates anyway. But this is the first year that I seen this. And so I'm going to cover this up because it's got my address, it's got my address on here, and there's some crazies out here, guys. So if you get something like this, I'm only showing you this because if you get something like this, just do what you can to help out. Okay, so they sent this out. This is the first year ever in my life that I have even seen this. And I thought it was just like so awesome. It's so wonderful. Like the Compassion Center is like down, like just a couple of blocks down from where I live. So I literally I drive by this place all the time. But this basically is a certificate here, and it says, here is my gift to feed a hungry person this Thanksgiving. It says use any remaining funds for shelter, clothing, education, and spiritual support for a better life. And you can just donate however much you want. You can send it in by mail. You can do it online and different things. They have their website and their address. So I'm telling you all this because if you all have never heard of the Little Rock Compassion Center, you can actually go online and you can donate something like whatever you would like to donate as well. You can donate what you can, but they have different amounts here. So I'm going to donate for $101.40. You can feed up to 60 people, it says, okay? And they're going to give them full course meals. They're going to provide them shelter if they need it, as well as clothing and other things too. So, and I'm also going to, take out meals and different things like that. So this is the Thanksgiving package that came through for the donations or whatever. So I showed you all that really quick just to say, if you, wherever you live, wherever you from, you get little things like that. It doesn't hurt to give what you can. And I get everybody is struggling, okay? I don't have no lot of money like that, honey. I had a bare minimum. I got enough to pay my bills, make sure there's a roof over our head. What we need paid is paid, and my daughter don't have to go without nothing, okay? But at the same time, there's somebody who don't even have the little bit that we do have, okay? It's like cold and raining outside right now, and there are people who are outside like freezing, probably hadn't had anything to eat today. I absolutely do not turn down anybody who is hungry. I think that is the most humblest thing from a homeless person. And most homeless people, they'll ask you, hey, you do you have some, a couple dollars, some change or something like that or whatever. But it's really weird because most of the homeless people that approach me, it's almost like they're drawn to me, and it's almost like they know that I will help them. But I kid you not, most of the homeless people that come to me, they ask me for food, and I never turn them down. And the work I do, I go to these places all the time because I have to pick up things for other people. And a lot of times I'm out, and I've been just came through the drive-through line or something like that, and the homeless person will stop and be like, you know, can you? I haven't eaten all day. Can you give me something to eat? And I will literally ask them, what do you want? And I'll go back to the line and I'll get them. I'm not going to deny somebody something to eat. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if the world wasn't as dangerous as it is, I would literally have, like, how they did back in the day when they had the what were they called? Like boarding houses and things, like they had, like, I would have been like Mama on Lackawanna Blues. If anybody has ever seen that movie, like literally, that would have been me. Like I would have totally, you would take in people and feed them and stuff like that. But like this day and time is just so dangerous, and you can't do that, you know or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, the point of it all, guys, is help out where you can. Sometimes you go places, go to certain stores, and they be like, hey, would you like to donate to this, that, or the other? And they're just asking for 50 cents or a dollar towards this, that, and the other. Donate. I mean, what's 50 cents or a dollar if you got it extra? You know what I'm saying? So, it's always better to give than to receive. So I make a habit of doing so, and I don't look to receive anything in return. It just ends up happening like that. And usually, like, when you just give freely and you're not worrying about the blessings you're going to get back and when the blessings going to come back or whatever, you look up and the blessings just frequently randomly come into you. Y'all, I have been homeless before, okay? I have had bad relationships, and you know I was the one that had to pick up the pieces and had nothing at all, nowhere to go, and had to start all over from scratch. And I never doubted, I never questioned God, and somehow I still have food to eat. I still got around. I still was able to get a job, obtain money. I still was able to get somewhere to make sure I got a bath and changed clothes, and, kept myself presentable, and so I could have a place to stay or whatever. So, life happens to you sometimes or whatever. But because I give so much or whatever, I don't worry about that. Like, for some reason, I just don't worry about things like that or whatever. And it's because I give so much of me. And from the outside looking in, somebody would be like, oh, you just give all of you. And somebody would assume that I don't give to myself or I don't love myself. I'm not the type of person that feel it's necessary that just because you got some money in your pocket to go shopping. So, like, you'll see my daughter in brand new clothes and shoes, like, all the time. I make sure of that. It might be years upon years before I buy myself something. It's most of the time, if I buy myself an outfit, it's like a special event we're going to or something, or like we're gonna go out and do something or something like that or whatever. Because I just don't worry about stuff like that. Like, what's the point? But I mean, it's good to do things for yourself sometimes too or whatever. I have a lot of different talents, so it's a lot of things that people go and get done by other people that I can do myself. So I keep that stuff done for myself or whatever. So, people will assume, oh, you just so giving. You don't even give to yourself. You must not love yourself. I do love myself very much. I just don't think it's necessary all the time. And don't get me wrong, if I see something I want or I like, I will get. But it actually makes me feel good to give to others, to help and to heal others, because I know that's my life purpose, that's my destiny, that's what I'm here for and to do. Nevertheless, you all give your offerings when you can, okay? So the overall card that we have here at the bottom of the deck is the shift. Like the changing of the seasons, transitioning from who you are to who you're becoming is a gradual process. The shift arrives when you may feel suspended in time or as if at a crossroads. You are ready to move towards something bigger, but there are many paths you could take. So much potential. It's hard to take the first step, but still in this transition, and take this opportunity to look before you leap, okay? Be still in this transition and take the opportunity to look before you leap. Now is your chance to gain additional clarity before making a decision. Review all options thoroughly and check in with your beliefs, values, and goals. Call on your guides. Being still may bring up feelings of anxiousness and vulnerability. So have compassion with yourself as you take this much needed moment of suspension. Know that this transitional phase will pass and soon a path will become clear. Okay? So this talks about, you being ready to move towards something bigger in life. Okay? This has been a gradual process over your life. So many of you may be embarking upon a new career, a new lifestyle, new goals, trend setting, whatever it is that you are doing in your life. These things are getting ready to magically, if you will, manifest in your life. Okay, so spirit is basically saying in this time, this downtime, this time of suspension, if you will, before these things come, you're going to be thinking about your values, about your belief system, your goals, what you're really striving after, of what you really want, and what next decisions to make and how to move forward. Okay. And so this shift is definitely coming in for some of you. Okay. And I pulled one of my own cards to clarify this overall reading. And this says, everywhere you go, everything you do, angels watch over you. Everywhere you go, everything you do, angels watch over you. Okay? So just know your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors are watching in Mother Earth, and the Most High God is watching over you night and day, every single day. So you needn't worry. Okay? You needn't worry about anything at all. Well, that concludes tonight's reading, you all. Well, today's reading. I thank each and every one of you for listening and for watching. Sorry for the cracky voice, guys. These witches, you'll know, they're working against me. They are trying their best to affect my throat chakra to keep me from speaking. These people are like stupid, jealous, and envious of me. It is like ridiculous. Like this world is massive, okay, and it's big enough for many people to be great, and I just don't understand why people have so much hatred and negativity in their heart and in their mind for other people. It's sinister and it's ridiculous, and it trickles down from the government to your own family, to the people closest to you that, you really loved and cared about. And, there's just such intensity, negativity, jealousy, hatred, and, even complete strangers that don't know you from Adam, you know, are literally looking for any and every way that they possibly can to combat you in some type of way. Like, I just would not waste my time and energy going to somebody else's channel or platform, or not even that. I just would not waste my time and energy hating on another person. You know? And then what's so crazy about it is a lot of times I see this on YouTube. The very people that hate on you are the same ones that turn around and copy you. Like, how stupid is that? I get so tired of hearing the YouTuber beef. This YouTuber against this YouTuber, especially with the readers and stuff. Like, it is so stupid. The world is big enough for everybody to be great. There's a lot of people in the world, and there's a lot of people with talent, skills, and abilities. I'm just not that type of person. I don't look at what somebody else can do and be like, ugh, look at her. She doing this like this. You know, she ugly. I don't like how she sound. Look how she read them cards. I'm gonna go get them cards and I'm gonna do that. Like, it's stupid. And then what I hate the most is when a subscriber, I mean, not a subscriber, excuse me. What I hate the most is when one YouTuber will go to their channel and do a whole video about another YouTuber and their channel. Like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my doggone life. But y'all, it goes on all the time. And it's not, you would think this would just be like, cat fat, ow, you know, bitch type shit, excuse my language. But no, I've seen guys do it too. And I'm like, this is ludicrous. Like, serious. I just would not waste my time doing that. Like, I'm just the type of person, if I see a nice looking woman who is beautiful, I don't have no problem with saying, oh my gosh, she is a beautiful woman. Or, oh, I like her hair. Oh, I like that outfit she has on. Oh, that reading was good. Let me push the like button. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I like how his style. I like how they dance. Whatever it is that you're looking at. Like, I'm the type of person, like, that don't have a problem with doing that. What I'm not going to do is purposely hate on somebody. Like, I have straight up seen videos or channels like I do not care for. I do not like. What I'm not going to do is make it my personal business to go in them people's comment and leave some negative derogatory statement when it's not necessary. The easiest thing to do is to leave. Click off their channel. Don't watch. Unsubscribe. You can do a lot of things besides attack them or leave some type of negative derogatory comment or hate on them or talk about how they look or I mean, it's stupid. It is so stupid and childish, guys. Y'all don't even understand. This stuff irks my nerves, child. This stuff irks my nerves. And I'm like, it'd be hard to believe that these be full grown adults. See, you understand me? Full grown as adults be acting like this. Anyway, y'all, that concludes tonight's random pop-up reading with Diamond. If you will, please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If there's anybody who would like to contact me, you can do so at tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com. Whether you want to contact me for a missing mystery, murder mystery, or just a general topic that you would like for me to do a reading about, I would be more than glad to. So email me. Also, if anybody is feeling generous with any amount at all and would like to donate to the channel, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. You can do so through Cash App at $TiffDiamond36. And as I always tell you all, oh, by the way, guys, you can find that information in the description below for the correct spelling of whatever. Whether it's my email or the Cash App, okay? So thank you all for that in advance, okay? As I always tell you all, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies. Y'all know this is a wicked world in which we live in, and there is evil that is lurking around every corner. You never know. Okay, who's going to betray you, who's going to deceive you, who's trying to manipulate you, who's going to pull a fast one on you, stab you in your back, honey. So you got to stay strapped if you got that, if you bout that. Okay, if not, just protect yourself to the best of your abilities, honey. Stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, okay? Y'all need to watch your surroundings, watch the company you keep, and watch the company in which your children are in as well, okay? If y'all stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, okay? And until the next time, peace, love, and lights. Namaste.